Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer woes. This is Evening 5. Bank Negara had on September 3rd imposed an administrative monetary penalty of 660,000 in Bank Pertanian Malaysia or Agrobank for non-compliance with the Development Financial Institutions Act 2002, according to a statement issued on Tuesday. The Central Bank said Agrobank did not comply with subsection 41.4 read together with paragraphs from anti-money laundering, countering financing of terrorism and targeted financial sanctions for financial institutions. Under the policy document, reporting institutions or RIs are required to conduct sanction screenings on existing, potential or new customers against the domestic list and United Nations Security Council resolutions list as part of the customer due diligence and ongoing due diligence processes. RIs are also required to screen their entire customer databases for any positive name match upon publication of the respective lists by the relevant authorities without delay. BNM identified the breach during an on-site examination which revealed gaps in Agrobank's internal policies and procedures and their implementation, leading to failure to conduct timely sanction screening on its customers and beneficial owners. While no sanctioned entities were onboarded and no transactions of sanctioned entities were facilitated, the identified gaps exposed the bank to significant risks of being abused for terrorism financing and proliferation financing. Agrobank has since taken remedial measures to revise its internal policies and improve its internal screening system to ensure prompt sanction screening. BNM will continue to monitor and supervise Agrobank's compliance with and effectiveness in implementing sanctions in screening-related requirements. Google said on Tuesday that its investments in Malaysia would create 26,500 jobs and contribute more than $3 billion to its economy by 2030 as it announced its new data center and cloud region there had broken ground, according to a Reuters report. The start of construction of the new $2 billion data center in Malaysia follows Monday's announcement of its multi-year partnership with local tech firm Dagang Exchange to provide sovereign cloud services. It also follows Monday's announcement that it would invest $1 billion in Thailand to build a data center and cloud region there to meet growing cloud demand and support AI adoption in Southeast Asia. Google President and CIO Ruth Porat said that its investments are designed to provide high-performing and reliability, meeting demand for cloud and AI services across the country. Porat said its ventures in Malaysia included support for new sustainability initiatives such as improvements in water quality, plus skilling, with 355,000 Malaysians already trained since 2019 in digital skills. Google's moves are part of a wider expansion by global tech companies in Southeast Asia as they vie for a greater presence in a region with a young, tech-savvy population of 670 million. Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Tunku Datuk Sri Zafrul Abdul Aziz said data centers would support the country's ambitions to be a regional leader in the tech sector, including AI. Pharmaniaga announced several boardroom changes today, including the appointment of Datuk Sri Abdul Razak Jaafar as its independent and non-executive chairman. Abdul Razak, 60, is succeeding Izzadin Daud, 55, who has been redesignated as non-independent and non-executive director. Abdul Razak has extensive experience in both public administration and corporate governance, said Pharmaniaga in a statement. This includes being the division secretary at the Ministry of Defence and State Secretary of Penang, among others. Pharmaniaga also announced the appointment of Director Ahmad Shahrizwan Muhammad Sharif, 41, as the pharmaceutical company's Chief Operating Officer. Ahmad Shahrizwan has been a board member since February 2023 and served as chairman of the Executive Committee until March 2024. Pharmaniaga MD Zulkifli Jaafar said that Ahmad Shahrizwan's deep understanding of Pharmaniaga's operations and extensive industry experience make him the ideal candidate for the COO position. He added that he is confident that it would help to fortify its management team as Pharmaniaga pursues its strategic initiatives and ambitious growth objectives. The Practice Note 17 company is currently eyeing approval from Bursa Malaysia for its regularization plan as it works to lift its affected status. RGB International said the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission's investigation into the company and its managing director, Datuk Sri Chua Kim Sia, has been completed and resolved. This comes a year after the MACC investigated the Penang-based gaming solutions providers' involvement in the sale of machines to Malaysia's slot clubs, as well as Chua's private business related to those clubs. In a BOS filing, RGB said the matter has been settled with no further action on the part of the authorities. RGB also emphasized its commitment to a zero-tolerance policy towards bribery and corruption and upholding the highest compliance standards. RGB came under the spotlight at the end of August last year when 13 individuals, including one with the title of Tan Sri, were reportedly arrested by the MACC on suspicion of being involved in the ownership of companies that supplied gambling slot machines. RGB had confirmed that Chua had been arrested by the MACC but has since then been released on bail and is cooperating with the Commission. RGB reiterated that the group only undertakes the outright sale of gaming machines and has no involvement or ownership in slot clubs in the country. The company refuted any involvement in political funding. CIMB Group Holdings, Malaysia's second-largest bank by assets, announced its commitment to extend 1.5 billion ringgit in financing to small and medium enterprises in partnership with Credit Guarantee Corp Malaysia. This collaboration marks a decade-long partnership between CIMB and CGC, increasing CIMB's total working capital financing for SMEs to 6.5 billion ringgit. Besides, the initiative aims to bolster support for ESG adoption, facilitate digitalization, and promote investment in strategic technologies. The bank aims to exceed its goal of 50 billion in total financing to the sector. The initiative is part of CIMB's broader financing commitment to support SME development, ushered in 2019 and set to continue through end 2024. CIMB Group CEO Novan Amiruddin said the bank reaffirms its unwavering support to the growth of SMEs in Malaysia. He adds that CIMB has plans to grow its current market share of 11%. Meanwhile, CGC President and CEO Datuk Muhammad Zamri Muhammad Ishak said CIMB and CGC have forged a strong partnership, delivering impactful financial solutions to Malaysian SMEs. Since the launch of an 100 million ringgit portfolio guarantee on October 1st, 2014, they have achieved a remarkable milestone of 5.22 billion in financing across 36 tranches, said Muhammad Zamri. He also noted that the latest 1.5 billion ringgit tranche is just the beginning of a larger initiative, hinting at further offerings and initiatives to bolster the SME sector.